There's a reason your world keeps circling the same patterns, no matter how hard you wish things would shift. The reality you live in listens to the words you give it. Silent dreams don't move mountains. Imagine if a single sentence spoken with intention could open doors where you see only walls. Right now, in this moment, you hold the power to call a new chapter into being. What if everything you seek is waiting for you to speak it into existence? The life you long for responds to the voice you rarely use, the voice that commands, claims, and reshapes your story. Hold nothing back. Let your words become the key that unlocks locked places in your life. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a revolution that begins in your inner conversation and spills into every result you experience. Something in you already knows the truth. The shift you crave starts the instant you dare to declare it. Words possess a force beyond what the senses can perceive. Each spoken sentence shapes the path of life, drawing invisible lines between what is and what can be. Affirmations and declarations are not merely habits of the mind, they are seeds. Once planted, these seeds take root in the soil of the subconscious, central to any journey of manifestation. Speaking words aloud impresses intentions with clarity and forms the spiritual blueprint for a new reality. Sound carries vibration. In the universe, every vibration has a creative purpose. To utter words of growth, peace, and possibility is to send spiritual energy rippling far beyond the moment. Conversations, whether internal or external, are not idle acts. They create and sustain the framework within which transformation unfolds. The power of the spoken word permeates daily life, shaping choices and influencing perceptions. Awareness of this power offers the first key to conscious creation. Choice dwells in the silence between thoughts. Before speech arises, a moment of decision exists. What pattern will be set in motion? To observe one's own language is to step onto the path of mindful living. Speaking a blessing over difficulty calls forth solutions. Complaints, criticisms, or thoughts of lack hold energy, too, energy that manifests in measure. Therefore, shaping every statement with care ensures that the words become tools for good, inviting harmony, abundance, and spiritual growth into every circumstance. Transformation begins with a simple practice. Observe each utterance. When doubt arrives, choose courage. When faced with uncertainty, declare clarity. These small adjustments in self-talk alter the current of life. Thus, every day offers a new opportunity to shape reality with intention and grace, one spoken word at a time. Deep within, the mind listens and believes. It never questions, never argues, never doubts the truth of words spoken and thoughts impressed upon it. The subconscious follows direction without hesitation, relying on inner dialogue for guidance. Speak of wellness, and it begins to summon health. Speak of limitation, and fate bends to fit those boundaries. In this way, inner conversation becomes destiny's author. Careless expression finds fertile ground. Offhand remarks and passing complaints lodge themselves in the subconscious, bearing fruit in unseen ways. Jokes about failure or lack are taken seriously, woven into the tapestry of life. Every word, even those tossed aside as meaningless, carries energetic weight. Watching what passes through the mind and lips becomes an act of spiritual self-respect. Transformation arrives not through force, but through gentle guidance and repetition. By offering words of faith, abundance, and healing, the subconscious is invited to work miracles. Self-talk, spoken gently and consistently, forges new mental pathways that generate fresh outcomes. The relationship with the subconscious resembles that of a wise gardener. Plant with intention, tend with love, and expect a harvest in time. Empowerment grows each time language aligns with desire and truth. Replace self-criticism with compassion. Replace doubt with assurance. Words become patterns, and patterns become worlds. To honor the subconscious is to celebrate the divine process of reality creation, placing faith in every statement and trusting that spiritual law responds unfailingly. The mind speaks quietly throughout the day. Hidden narratives shape every mood, reaction, and expectation. Many have never paused to listen, nor questioned whether these inner conversations serve joy, success, or peace. Real change begins the moment awareness shines its light upon this landscape. One thought at a time, these scripts define the boundaries of experience. Observing self-talk reveals patterns. Often, the most limiting beliefs wear the mask of routine. I can't. I'm not ready. Things never work out. These phrases repeat without challenge, quietly shaping choices and closing doors. Stopping to ask, what am I saying to myself, becomes the first courageous step toward freedom. With such awareness, the power to rewrite inner language awakens. Simple, short affirmations hold great power. Replace complaint with gratitude, fear with trust, and comparison with self-acceptance. When negative thoughts appear, pause and reframe. I am learning. This moment offers what I need. Good unfolds in unexpected ways. Consistency in this practice develops spiritual resilience and gently transforms the entire mood of life. With each act of conscious awareness, the horizon stretches. Self-talk becomes self-blessing. Growth accelerates as the habit of positive speech takes hold, replacing old stories with new, uplifting truths. From this place, healing and progress become not merely possible, but inevitable paths, each originating in a single mindful thought. Within the mind, only one thought can reign at any given moment. This spiritual law makes conscious substitution a powerful practice. When a thought of lack arises, it can be swiftly replaced by an affirmation of abundance. This deliberate action transforms the stream of consciousness, allowing positive self-talk to become a habit rather than a struggle. Substitution is not suppression. It is a gentle redirection, a choice to elevate, rather than ignore, the energy carried by each word. The heart learns to discern negativity and swiftly offer its opposite. Practice brings ease. When anger whispers, peace responds. When bitterness surfaces, gratitude intervenes. The mind becomes a stage for creative intention, each moment an invitation to choose the higher path. Such practice restores spiritual clarity. Inner dialogue can uplift or diminish, expand or confine. By choosing affirmations of strength, joy, and well-being, self-talk comes into alignment with both desire and universal law. Over time, this steadiness of mind erases the grooves of old patterns, creating space for miracles to take root. The fruit of substitution ripens quietly but surely. Confidence grows, obstacles shrink, and inner calm prevails. Through steady practice, deliberate self-talk becomes instinctive, providing a steady foundation from which greater opportunities emerge. Life, thus shaped, becomes a testimony to the power of spiritual selection. Speech carries the spark of creation. A command formed in faith sets the spiritual machinery in motion. Each time an intention is declared aloud, reality responds, sometimes visibly, sometimes beneath the surface. Spoken words act as wands, directing principles seen and unseen toward the desired outcome. Life's circumstances shift when language changes. Patterns of struggle and limitation unravel as affirmations of ease and fulfillment enter the daily script. Speaking desires confidently and repeatedly draws the unseen into view. Simple statements, doors open easily, goodness finds me, gradually transform experience, proving that words hold power well beyond their immediate sound. Stories abound of transformation by voice, not force, testimonies of those who affirmed success out of failure, or love out of loneliness, illustrate spiritual law at work. Speaking with authority, not desperation, demonstrates trust in a higher order. Life listens and rearranges itself around the words delivered with faith. The practice of commanding reality by speech is accessible to every soul, no special skill or ritual required, only the willingness to speak self-belief into the open air. In this act, spiritual wisdom comes alive, bridging the gap between what is hoped for and what is realized. Every utterance, guided by intention, has the power to reshape destiny. Expectation acts as the architect of destiny. To expect goodness and to declare it is to lay the foundation for prosperity, health, and joy. Words spoken with conviction serve as beacons, sending clear messages to the universe and organizing all energies to bring desire into form. The law of expectancy weaves the future out of present declarations. Speaking positive outcomes preemptively opens the way for their arrival. Statements such as, "I expect wonderful surprises," or "blessings flow to me today," transform dull routine into hopeful anticipation. Such words shift the mind's outlook, raising internal vibration and attracting the very good they anticipate. Language and expectation. united, wield tremendous creative force. Expectancy is not wishful thinking, it is rooted in spiritual certainty. When words reflect an assured knowing, faith deepens, doubt and skepticism fall away. Subtle shifts appear in energy and circumstance, confirming that the law responds faithfully to confident declarations. Each affirmed expectation builds a bridge between vision and reality. To live expectantly is to participate actively in the unfolding of life. Complaints and criticism lose their grip, replaced by a humble confidence that good is both possible and imminent. With each spoken intention, the universe is invited to co-create, moving in rhythm with an awakened spirit prepared to receive. Every word is a vessel for vibration. Sound travels further than the ear can hear, carrying spiritual energy into the unseen. The world responds not just to visible action, but to the subtle frequencies that words emit. Speaking with care is a sacred act. It tunes the soul to higher energies and attunes one's life to harmony. Invisible forces shape daily experience. Each kind statement, each faith-filled declaration, raises the energy in every space. Self-talk, when expressed with humility and gratitude, radiates outward, influencing others and attracting similar vibrations. In this way, the spoken word acts as both shield and invitation, protecting against negativity and welcoming good. Metaphysical principles reveal that every word spoken in faith activates spiritual law. The frequencies of belief and anticipation coalesce, drawing circumstances that mirror one's innermost state. Complaints lower the energy, inviting obstacles. Praise and affirmation lift the field, opening doors. The universe echoes back the energy produced by conscious language. To master the invisible realm is to realize that nothing is separate. Thoughts, words, and outcomes flow together in an unbroken circle. Speaking truth, blessing others, and holding positive inner conversation transform the vibrational climate of life, drawing the soul closer to its highest expression. Each word spoken returns, multiplied, to its source. Destiny unfolds from the sum of all utterances, both those whispered in the shadows and those proclaimed in the light. Blessing leads to blessing. Critique returns in kind. The law of return offers justice with perfect precision, never missing a beat. Living with awareness of karmic echoes summons both humility and power. Words of kindness, forgiveness, and gratitude extend ripples of good throughout creation, circling back in unexpected ways. Speaking ill or wishing harm binds negativity to the speaker, anchoring the soul to cycles of strife. Every moment provides a new chance to send forth words that build rather than break. Spiritual law guides energy with infinite fairness. Life offers mirrors everywhere, blessing strangers, wishing well to those in difficulty, and affirming good for all conditions. The environment responds with generosity and abundance. The principle is simple, the application profound. Transformation follows forgiveness and benevolence. When obstacles arise, bless them. When relationships are tense, speak peace. Each word returns as an echo of original intention, shaping not only circumstances but also character. The path to abundance and healing travels through the consistent exercise of compassionate self-talk and outward expression. Within, a still, small voice whispers guidance. This voice, the soul's intuition, responds to the tone and faith of inner dialogue. Speaking openly to the infinite, asking for help, and expecting answers brings direction to the journey. Self-talk infused with spiritual openness creates the conditions for guidance to flow. Every question sent into the silence receives a reply, though it may arrive as inspiration, a sudden thought, or a gentle nudge. Creating regular moments for spiritual self-talk, speaking affirmations like "wisdom leads me," or "the right path is revealed," forms a bridge to the deeper self. Open-hearted speech calls forth invisible help. The energy of trust amplifies intuitive response. Doubt closes channels. Surrender opens them. Bringing spiritual wisdom into self-talk invites gentle correction, loving support, and timely answers. The mind calms, anxiety recedes, and assurance takes its place when the inner dialogue reflects faith. Spiritual growth unfolds in the partnership between intention and intuition. Self-talk is an act of prayer, a way of clarifying desire and receiving quiet affirmation from within. Tuning the inner language to spiritual truth ensures a continuous connection to guidance, bringing peace and confidence to every decision. Struggle and resistance do not bring peace. Attempting to force outcomes or cling to control tightens the heart and clouds the mind. Spiritual law teaches that releasing the grip allows good to arrive unimpeded. Affirming peace in the presence of difficulty clears the way for resolution. Letting go is not defeat. It is surrender to higher wisdom. Speaking "I release this to the greater good" shifts perspective and emotional tone. Worry dissolves and the spirit rests in a sense of safety and support. This peaceful approach to self-talk creates room for divine solutions and unexpected answers. Non-resistance builds resilience. By blessing problems and refusing to feed them with fearful language, energy is withdrawn from struggle and redirected toward possibilities. The power of non-resistance lies in allowing it transforms the apparent obstacle into the very avenue of success. Daily practice of letting go rewires the nervous system for calm presence. Breathing deeply, blessing difficulties, and affirming trust foster inner strength. Spiritual flexibility replaces anxiety, and life begins to reveal blessings where tension once held sway. Life brings a challenge as a prompt for growth. Encountering obstacles is not a mark of failure, but a call to revise self-talk and elevate response. Each block encountered can be transformed through faith-filled language directed at the heart of the issue. Begin with blessing the difficulty, the person involved, even the feeling itself. This act softens resistance and invites transformation. Speaking affirmations such as "this challenge holds a gift" or "growth happens here" realigns the mind with spiritual wisdom. Words of encouragement fuel resilience and ignite creativity. Fear has no power unless named and claimed. Facing adversity with supportive self-talk, "I am capable, I am safe." Solutions reveal themselves, shifts emotional state, and uncovers possibilities. The language of hope plants seeds in difficult ground, bearing fruit in due season. Old patterns dissolve when met with new declarations. Progress marks each turning point. Obstacles, reassessed through spiritual self-talk, become teachers and guides. The willingness to speak hope into trouble unlocks resources that might otherwise remain hidden. Through words of affirmation and trust, even the hardest journey becomes an upward path. Love stands at the center of every spiritual principle. Words formed in love carry the highest creative and healing power. To bless a difficulty, speak kindly to oneself, or affirm good for another is to wield spiritual energy with pure intent. Love transforms both speaker and circumstance. Language shaped by empathy and compassion softens every experience. Harsh self-judgment gives way to gentle acceptance. In dialogue with the world, with friends, family, strangers, choosing uplifting words builds bridges, heals wounds, and invites abundance. Speaking love brings warmth to even the coldest day. Problems lose their power in the presence of love. Affirming, "I am worthy of good," or "all are deserving of happiness," sets in motion beauty and generosity unseen. Practicing loving self-talk becomes a shield against difficulty and a pathway to healing. The atmosphere changes when love is spoken. Every situation transforms beneath love's conscious direction. Bless each problem and praise each step forward. Speak kindness to the past, hope to the future, and healing to the present. With love as the master key, every door opens, every heart softens, and every dream finds soil in which to grow. Every day, the opportunity to speak reality into being arrives anew. Conscious words carry the power to create, to heal, and to set free. Self-talk, shaped by faith and love, marks the road from desire to destiny. Speaking the truth of abundance and joy awakens new possibilities. Transformation is not reserved for a chosen few. It belongs to all who claim it through mindful language. Each statement, each affirmation, each blessing spoken breathes life into the spiritual journey. By commanding with confidence, self-doubt falls away and clear vision emerges. The practice is simple, the results profound. Monitor inner dialogue. Choose faith over fear, affirm the possible, and bless each moment. Over time, this commitment awakens an inner authority that shapes all experiences. The journey toward abundant living is traced in words, thoughtful, intentional, heart-centered speech. Open the mouth, speak the vision, and welcome the unfolding of a new reality. In this, nothing changes until the command is given, gently, bravely, and with unwavering purpose.